everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be moving into this nano traveler's notebook from Chic Sparrow, and I'm going to be using it as a wallet. Now I've got these two things here. One is this little card holder insert made out of fabric from True Culture, and I just unboxed it very recently. So I bought this with the intention of it going inside here as an insert. And I also have this plastic, it's called a card holder, and this is, I guess, from the brand Synapse Japan. But I got it from one of those dollar store, the Asian dollar stores in my area. So I don't know where you can find it online, but it does come in plastic, and it's got these 16 card holders here. And it's almost like a folder because it snaps like this. And it's got a removable decorative paper here. So somehow I want to fit either one or both of these into here. Now I'm thinking because this one has 16 card holder slots. And this one also has a card holder slot, but it's removable. I might just remove this because I may not need this, and use this as to hold cash. So we'll see. There are two elastics here. Now I'm not sure if you're supposed to use one or both or the other. I see most people only use one, and because the second string here is a lot shorter, they don't use it. But as I'll show you in my current wallet setup, in another similar Nano Traveler's Notebook, I do use both strings. So I do want to put both of these together somehow, and maybe I can cut into the plastic so that it will fit inside the shorter string or something like that. This one I don't want to cut, obviously, because it's fabric. So hopefully I can figure this out. So let me bring in my current wallet. This is another Nano Traveler's Notebook, and it's a super chunky thing. So the inserts that I have in here to hold my wallet are made out of duct tape, and I made these myself. I'm going to take out all of the cards in here first before I show you the inserts. But as you can see, it's rather chunky. It does almost stick out. And I've been using this exact wallet for over a year now. I think it was last July of 2019. So I really do like this, but I recently got this black one, and I love the color black. So I thought it's about time that I moved into this. But it's lasted me very well, very chunky. I have a lot of cards and I have some cash in here. But I figure now a lot of the cards that are in here, I could technically move to my phone instead of keeping them in a physical card format. So I may kind of downsize the cards here a little bit before I move into here. So I'm going to take all of the stuff out from here now. Okay, so now the wallet's empty. I did count the number of cards that I had in here, and there were 18 in total. That's including some of those small cards. Like this is a dummy card here, card size cardboard here. But you know the ones that they give you attached to another card, like a rewards card that are about this much in size, and they have a little hole there so you can put it in your keychain. So I have some of those in my wallet previously, and I have 3 of those smaller ones. And then I have 15 of the full-size cards here. So all of that adds up. And now without all the cards, this looks pretty slim. But I do have 2 inserts in here made out of duct tape. This one is mainly my card holder. So I made it out of duct tape and some clear plastic acetate and cardstock. So there's a little clear window here. I usually put something like my rewards cards or my either a transit card or my driver's license. And then inside you have 3 card slots. You have 3 card slots here, which I put bank cards and credit cards. Same on this side, 3 card slots here. And sometimes I double up, so then I can have, even though there's 3 slots here, I may have 2 here and 2 here and 1 here, which is what, 5, and then 10 here. So it's about 10 in total on this side. And then on this side there's more, and then on the back there's another clear window here, which I can slide in a card and a longer pocket here. That's the first insert. And then this one, oh, I left my money in here, but this is a lot simpler. It's got cash in here. And the annoying thing about this wallet is, since I do still use cash even now, I still have to fold my notes over to be able to put it inside. So I fold it like this, put it into this kind of pocket. And this pocket is like somewhat like a secretarial pocket style, and same with this one. But then on the back, or in the front and the back of the insert, there are more card pockets. So here's just one big card pocket and one big card pocket. So you can see that in the middle, I made it a lot shorter than this one. Hopefully you can see that. This is taller here in the spine than this one. And I made it so that it can fit into the smaller or the shorter part of this string. I could use the exact same things in here, but then I do have those two ones I want to try out. And besides, the duct tape is starting to peel up here. Now, it's been like that for months and it's been fine, so nothing's falling out. And I could actually just peel off the duct tape and reapply a new one, and it could be as good as new. But I do want to try something new for my new setup. So let's go to here. What I'm going to do is try and put as many cards as I can in here. And maybe not worry about the order so much. And then I want to try to put this into the taller elastic here so that it won't crumple as much on the sides, or because it will fold over, since this is slightly taller than the elastic. And then the plastic one, I really don't know what to do, because I could technically put it through the shorter elastic. Can you see that? But I don't know how it's going to affect the plastic, whether it will bend in too much. But I'm going to try that now just to see. Another thing about this plastic card holder is it's got this snap closure here. I did try earlier before putting it in this snap closure, and when you do that, this button will impress onto the leather. And same with this, the closure here. Same thing. I don't know where it showed up. I think it's this. I think there's a mark here just from the button. So I want to cut this strap off and cut out this button here so that it's not going to press into the leather. And hopefully that's okay. I don't need to have this closed. I can just leave it open. This costs about $2. So if I mess this up, then I don't think it's a big deal. If I needed to, I could buy another one, or I could just go back to the duct tape. So I have tried this before in the taller elastic, and it does crinkle a little bit here. I'm hoping it will flatten out enough. But once I put this inside, the smaller one, I don't think it's going to work. Well, that seems okay, but it is empty. So once I add my cards in here, then this may not look good. And really, I don't really like this at all, how wrinkled it looks. I'm going to take this out for now. And I'm going to put in some of the cards. Alright, so I've put in as many cards as I can into this, and then I'd used some of those white cardboard card kind of placeholders just to cover up some of the info. And this is the middle here. This one is also a dummy card, which I never use. You can see that it the elastic just broke, so I gotta retie that. So this, I don't think it's gonna work. If I put it through the shorter string, it may cause too much stress, and then it may break like it just did. So I do ideally want it to be on the longer string. But if I do have it on the longer string, then I can't use this. So maybe I can bring back my duct tape one. So this one to hold a cash. I wonder if this is the same size. Oh, it is the same size. I have no idea. Okay. Anyways, I can try that. And then I'm going to cut off this snap off. I've cut off the button here. So here's the button and this is the strap. I hope that works better. And then I just took out the sticker from here. And I want to keep this strawberry piece of paper here. It comes right out. Until I can find a nicer background. Because I think it would be nice to have a background here. But I could also put something here. I don't think I could put cash because this is going to go through the elastic. But otherwise, this would have been a nice place to put some cash. Yeah, it would have been perfect. So maybe I can do that. Or I could have it hidden so I can know that I'm hiding it in between this strawberry paper and the back. So maybe what I can do is I can just use this by itself instead of using this. If I can put the cash in here. That does fit much better. But it'd be hard to fit in the cash. It'd be a tight fit. So that's not going to work. Okay, I've been playing around and I've come up with what I think is a good solution. Let me show you what it looks like now. The fabric insert is in the back and then the plastic insert is in the front with all of my cards. And I could take out one or two of those cards later. And that will make it even better set up. So how am I doing this? I decided to use what's called a jump band. Now this is a temporary jump band, but I'll take it apart later. And you can see that this fabric insert is still pulling in at the middle here. Same thing, but at least I can put my cash inside here. And let's see, do I have more cash? So I can put it in both pockets. And maybe to make it strengthen it, I can put this in too. Something like that. And it does stick out a little bit, but it did on the other wallet setup too, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to take this out and show you what I mean by the jump band. Okay, so the jump band consists of this elastic, which I've tied in a knot. This is actually a hair elastic. I do have some thinner elastics. This one is pretty thick, but there's somewhere I need to find them, and the hair elastic was the closest thing I could find for now. So instead of putting this through the shorter elastic and this through the longer elastic, I put this elastic through the longer elastic. So what I do is I put this, what's called a jump band, through the middle of this insert. And if this works, I would cut this, but this is temporary anyway. So I have it like this, okay? And when you fold it, the elastic, maybe I'll just move it here, you can see better. That's how the elastic looks like. Then I take this insert, open it up to the middle, and I loop it through. So when you close it, the two inserts are connected together by the jump band. Then what I do is I loop this two set of inserts into the long elastic like this. And so now the long elastic on the traveler's notebook is caught by the jump band instead of by these two inserts. And then I have another space here for one more card on the front and one more card on the back should I need it. I also do worry though that the jump band might fall apart when I'm out, and then the whole wallet will fall apart, which would not be good if I'm out and about, but we'll see. Maybe if I use a lot thinner elastic for the jump band, then it won't happen. Well, I'm back. I've made some improvements to my wallet setup. So the first thing I did was I took out this strawberry paper and I replaced it with my own paper, which I'll show you. And I also replaced the elastic for a more stretchier and thinner elastic. I also managed to solve that problem where the wallet insert was folding in at the top and the bottom. So here I've replaced the strawberry paper with my own paper. I did get this image from freepik.com. It's free to use as long as you credit them. I have it on the front and on the back. That's pretty. I tried to mimic I tried to find an image that would be similar to the floral pattern here, and it's not quite, but I like the colors in this graphic, and I made the background a darker blue, a navy blue, so that it would kind of match this fabric insert background. As for the elastic, you can see here, let me pull it back. You can see now it's blue. It's a much stretchier elastic, which works better for me. I put the elastic through the middle of the insert here. On the card insert side, you can see the knot is here from the elastic, but on the back of this, I've also put in a piece of cardboard. Now this is a thicker cardboard that I got from a flyer, but what it does is it now stops the fabric from crumpling up at the top and bottom here, which makes it work really nicely. And if I fold it over, you can see it's definitely not much of that happening. So I'm really pleased with this setup now, and I've used it already for 2 days, I think, since I've used this video, and it's working out really well. Still super chunky, but that's the way I like it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any questions about my setup, please let me know down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!